Hello guys, Merry Christmas and welcome to the Market Report. Today is Monday, December 24th, 2018, and I'm really glad to have you guys here. Now let's get started. Let's open up the charts right here. And, let's take a look at some of the things that I normally look at last. I'm going to take a look at the dollar index. Now, I'll tell you why I'm doing this further stuff first this morning, switching things around a little bit, waiting for the market to open up. It's 10:26. The market opens up in exactly 4 minutes. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm kind of anxious to see what that market's going to do today. I tend to think she's going to be a little bit of a bounce up in the price, in the market. She's going to go up a little bit today. And then later in the day, I think that she could roll over and fall again, because I'm going to tell you, there's an awful lot of negative energy out there right now for the market. It's certainly not positive. I'm going to tell you that. Now let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index, and it's 96.58. It's been hovering around this range lately, and the dollar's been staying fairly strong because there's an awful lot of fear out there. And the first reaction, gut reaction, is to get into dollars. Pull your money out of the market, get into dollars. That's the gut reaction. It's fell off a little bit today. It's down 0.33%. Let's see. We got 3 more minutes, guys. 3 more minutes to wait. Now, right now is bonds and rates. Bonds and rates are, we're looking at the U.S. 10-year at 2.765. Oh, my goodness, there's been an awful lot of buying into bonds lately. This shows the fear in the marketplace. If a quarter of that much money had moved into silver, oh my gosh, silver would be gone. There wouldn't be any left. Seriously, wouldn't be any left. Let's take a look at silver. See what silver's doing right now. Silver is at $14.67. It's up 7 cents on the day so far, but it's really still within that range that it's been floating in for the last, quite a little while now. It's been in this range. It's actually been in this range such a long time, it's getting monotonous. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is on an uptick right now. It's up $8.40. We got $264. She's starting to creep towards $1,300. Quite seriously, she is. She's starting to creep towards $1,600. She's staying fairly strong. You got to admit, though, even though gold and silver are staying in their range, they're staying pretty strong right now, considering what deflationary pressures there are out there and how that's affecting the market, Okay, we got 2 more minutes to wait until the market opens up. Now, we're going to take a look at cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies has been starting to turn upwards, starting to heat up a little bit. We're at 41.45 right now at Bitstamp, and we're looking at fairly low volumes today so far. But look at this rise in price from 31.22. It's been rising steadily up now to 41. It's risen $1,000. It's went up $1,000 in the past few days. Just in a few days, it's risen up $1,000. But if we put that into perspective, taking a look at the, let's take a look at the 3-day and put it into perspective. Well, let's take a look at the 1-day and put it into perspective. And we can see it's still way down from its highs. Way down. It's just this little bump here on the end where she swung up a little bit, That's sort of a move like that on the bottom of a bear market like this. Could just bounce and go back down and make a new low. I mean, just as quick as it's going up. So it's very tentative yet. We can't go declaring that we're in a bull market or anything like that. When you look at this chart, you wouldn't call that a bull market. I mean, it's just seriously. It's just down, 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 down. It's still down near the bottom, considering when you look at this chart. All puts it into perspective for you. Let's take a look at cryptocurrency market capitalizations. And what we're seeing here is $143 billion. Last week it was just touched around $100 billion. So we've gained 50%. We've gained $143 billion. Now Bitcoin dominance has fell back a little bit to 50.8%. So we see the altcoins are getting more powerful, more energies coming into the altcoins. Litecoin, $35.38. Now, you know, you could have had them for 28 bucks a few days ago. $14.92. 14.92% on Ethereum, up to 148 bucks now. We're looking at XRP at 43 cents. XRP has really went up nicely. And some of these coins have really went up nicely. Cardano's went up nice. Some of these coins are lagging back a little bit. IOTA's lagging back just a little bit. She's only up 0.7%, less than 1%. Now, let's move on, and let me see, is the market open? Yes, it should be open. So we're going to take a look at the market today and refresh the page. And, no, that's Sweet Light Crude. Here's the Dow Jones. Well, it's starting 135 points down. That's starting. I thought we'd have a little bit of an update, but maybe not. If it continues sliding, we're going to have to keep watching it as we run the program. But today could be a very important day, you know, in the markets, quite seriously. Now, the market closes at 1 o'clock. I think it's only open for about 4 hours today. It's a short day, and that might save the market. Depends on how fast it could fall. It's fell 135 points now. We'll come back and take a look at it in just a minute or two. But let's first, before we go leaving here, let's take a look at the 1-year performance in the market. Let's pull back a little bit and take a look at this 1-year performance. Well, this actually isn't 1 year. We're going all the way back to 2016 here in this chart, or 2015. You see this meteoric rise. You can see why people made an awful lot of money, you know, buying on the dips. They buy on the dip, and then the price of the market go up higher than it ever was before. And they just kept doing that. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. And there's an awful lot of money to be made up to this first peak. It's funny, you know, the market's made a double peak, but if we see these two peaks, they're very similar in price. 26,616 was the first one, and the second one was 26,828. 26,828 was the big one. That was the big one. And you can see ever since then, she's been in decline, but she's really starting to crash. The market's actually really starting to crash right now. So she's down 135 points at the open today. Now 167. That's not looking good, guys. That's not. Now 173 down. That's not looking good, guys. The market's in free fall. Quite seriously. You know, oh, she stopped. 166. And then we go to the 1 day here and take a quick look. She's starting to bounce a little bit there. It's very volatile right now. I mean, 5 minutes from now, it could be on the plus side. I mean, it's that volatile. With that kind of volatility in the market, I mean, you got these computer trading algorithms and everything. We could get a monster crash at any time. Seriously, we could get 1,000 points down like in 10 minutes if it just takes off, you know. Because there's not a lot of support underneath the market. Oh, man, I'll tell you, this is exciting right now. Really, quite seriously, it's exciting. I find it very exciting. I mean, anyway, let's see. So we've done bonds and rates this morning. I started on the last end of the chart. I'm a little bit confused what I'm doing now. Oh, yeah, oil. We're off to oil. You know, this decline in oil is bad, too, you know. This is very low, getting down very low from what we were. I mean, if we go back to the... let's see, let's try the 6 month chart. Look at this, $76.20. And do you see this? This is a steady downward decline all the way down to $44.96. Extremely deflationary. It really puts... Now, what amazes me is that the oil price can drop this much, and the dollar hasn't went up that much. That's showing weakness in the dollar right there. The fact that the dollar hasn't moved up with the oil price going down like this. It also shows that the oil price is becoming disconnected from the dollar. That means the petrodollar is losing its losing its ability to be connected with oil. I got charts going back for like, I did some charting on this about a year ago. I did a whole charting system on the inverse relationship between the oil price and the dollar. And I showed these charts. I like reversed them around so that you could see mark for mark how the dollar moves with oil. The dollar's becoming disconnected. And this is a sure sign of the petrodollar erosion that's being caused by Asia. The yuan oil's futures contracts and things like that. They're not dealing with oil so much now, the U.S. dollar. U.S. dollar is basically losing its reserve currency status. I mean, it's a slow process, but that's what's happening. Listen, thank you guys for listening. Oh, first, before I go, let's check the market one more time. She's down 202 points now. She's in free fall. The market's in free fall. I mean, it's in free fall. I mean, that's look at this thing. Let's hone in on it. Let's hone in on it, guys. Let's hone in on it. Look at this thing. It's going straight down, not sideways or anything. It's going straight down right now. If this continues, this could be a scary day by the end of the day if this continues. I mean, it's just open. I've only been on here for like 3 or 4 minutes or 5 minutes, you know, and it's going down fast. Listen, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next show, guys. Bye-bye.